tappin'. Yeah, Memphis, I'm back at it. Niggas notice the difference, just more chrome, Prezi, no stuff. The mic is hot, the vibe is real, and Roc Solid Podcast is powered by D'USSÉ Cognac, the official drink of the culture. Cheers. Yeah, y'all, you already know what it is. Back with another edition of Roc Solid. I got my brother in the building. Been a very long time since I seen my guy doing movies, TV shows, wilding out, flying all over the world, battling niggas, doing everything, my G. It's a pleasure to have you in the building. Make some noise for Nick Cannon, my G's. You know what I mean?
All day. We said we was gonna get it done. We get it done.
Word up, man. I appreciate you stopping by, pulling up to the set, man. It's been a long time since I saw you, bro.
Yeah, I was to say, cats don't know, man. We go back to the 90s.
Yo, they really don't know, man. Rest in peace, my guy Klepto, because I remember, I remember that's when you was coming with the bars, my G. Yeah. This before the acting.
Man, that was the struggle too, man. That's when I really understood how the game worked and had to pick a lane. Because I came in on some like even having like all of that, the ghost writing stuff, I didn't understand how the game worked. I didn't understand this was a game about song making.
Yeah.
And then once you get it to where it's like, you know, I'm trying to battle. I'm trying to show you this is my hottest 16. I'm looking up to cats like you. And it's like, yo, I could spit. But I was like, I didn't know how to, at the time, how to put a song together as an MC, how to, not just to be saying stuff. And that I learned from y'all, man. I learned how like
be in the studio, going to Marcy. Charlamagne tried to front, act like Nick was in Marcy, like, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with us, club. You know what I mean? But yo.
Nah, that's my guy, but that's what I'm saying. Them type cats, man. They help. I'm gonna be honest. They helped me pick a lane because I've been so authentic and comfortable in my skin. But when you got the guys who don't see the vision, even whether you talking that shit, well, like it's like, all right, I'm gonna go show y'all. I'm gonna go show you how I could do it.
Yeah, that's right.
My own way.
That's right.
And still be cool with the street as a cat. Still be cool with everybody. But not trying to prove myself to nobody. And that's what me and Charlotte, it's always been fun, but back in the day, it used to be frustrating with cats like Charlamagne, Ebro, all of them guys who really are the gatekeepers and the tastemakers at the time, because I would want to be like, I got bars, I could prove it, like, and that's one of the reasons why I even created Wildin' Out, because it was like, I could still spit, talk that shit, but if I do it in a setting that's acceptable in mainstream and bring the real to the mainstream, I was like, this is gonna work. Now we look 20 years later and this shit's still going.
That's right, man. Like Wildin' Out is a conglomerate. You done built a motherfucking legacy with that, bro.
Appreciate
like what was the thought process? Like you just said a little bit
that
going
was
into the rap and all of that.
It was mainly, man, like taking all the worlds that I was operating in and bringing them together from, you know, all of the stand-up stuff and really trying to put them type guys on. And from Cat Williams to Kevin Hart to like, we was just cats sitting in the front of the comedy club or in the back talking that shit. And then all my hip hop partners was just like, that's when battling was at its height.
Yes,
like he's like that was that, like even that, you know,
they done built the battle rap league. It's still going.
Oh, no, it's crazy.
Your platform is definitely the fuel that's firing the underground to that for sure, man. So I've been looking like, damn, I got to get on Wildin' Out. Y'all had my artist on Wildin' Out, Casanova, man. Shout out Cass, free Cass.
Free Cass all day.
I remember when he was like, yo, I'm doing Wildin' Out. I'm like, no way, you better go up there and kill him. This nigga gonna smoke you, bro. He got bars.
It's them cats with them big personalities like that do the best on the show. You know what I mean? When you come in trying to be too cool for school.
Yo, I be trying to tell dudes that even with doing this, it's like, yo, we at the end, like, you know, being a rapper, everything was, yo, the image. When the camera come on, you do the interviews, yo, let them know we G'd up, we from here, we outside. And it's like, yo, fam, we at the end of our career now on the rap tip.
The grown end.
Yes. You don't have to portray to be the young boy no more. Take
tough.
the veil off and like show them who you really are, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that. Like, we don't always carry guns, and I don't drink Ace of Spades for breakfast every day. You know what I mean? It's just not reality. But,
nah, that's the real shit. And that's what Wildin' Out gave me the opportunity to do, to come still be yourself, but have fun. It's beautiful scenery around.
Trust me, I definitely got the ladies. 100%, man, definitely.
That's the thing that just put everybody at ease, you know what I mean? Like, everybody friendly, everybody cracking jokes, and like I said, man, we about to be in season 22 right now.
Damn, God bless, bro. 22 years moving. That's cooking. But, yo, I want to go back to a little bit, because after the rapping, I remember when you saying, yo, I'm going to try this acting thing.
Yeah.
And I got an opportunity. They send me the drum roll, drum
they
line
sent
roll.
that shit to everybody.
Yo, right? But I told, Jay was mad that I didn't want to do it.
Oh, word?
Yo, he was so mad at me for not wanting to do the movie, but I was on I'm not a drummer. I'm from Marcy, and I looked like, if it don't work.
And it was a real new, like the character was written probably a dude from Harlem, but it was so New York, because that was the thing about taking New York to Atlanta. So you could have killed that shit.
The honesty, I was afraid. I was afraid of the cameras, because I still had my rapper veil on. And then I was looking at it like, if it don't work, you can't go back to the hood and tell them, yo, I'm trapping. They like, no, you're not. You a failed drummer, homie. You're not a trapper no more. You a failed drummer.
That's crazy,
How did the role fall into your lap? And I know you was like, this is gold.
Same shit. I mean, obviously, I always been like a musician, could fuck around on the drums, just from like church and stuff like that. And then it came across, like I was out taking meetings in LA, and they, the cast, they were like, you know how to drum? I was like, yeah. And then, but when I tell you, because I know it's true, they was like, yo, they're reading everybody. I had to go up like 8 times for that shit.
Damn, no way.
Yeah, 8 different times.
That's dope. I thought you probably went through a training.
Oh, yeah, by the time I got it, but like, but that was a thing. And then, we got to Atlanta, and I tapped in with my man, Dallas Austin, and knew that it was his story. And we really, the train, it was like a 2-month process to get right before we actually started.
You brought that role to life, my G.
It's funny, too, because was you on that plane when we went from New York to Miami for the Summer Jam shit for Jay?
I believe so, yeah. We was in Summer Jam, hell yeah.
I remember when it was, because this was before before anything popped off.
Yes.
And I remember Tone, shouts out Tone and Paul for the Track Masters.
That's right.
And he was like, yo, we gonna take the plane. And I remember it was 12 of us. I remember it was Kai's, I remember it was Jay.
I probably wasn't there.
Yeah, and I felt like, because I can't remember what it was, but that's like Jay was, I was popping, we was talking shit, and I was, Tone was telling like, yo, this kid really got it.
Yeah.
And Jay was like, yeah, I seen him before, like that type shit, but we had never really kicked it. And that was the first time I feel like, Leor, at the time, Leor sent the jet.
Yeah, you was with the big dog.
Yeah. And Jay was like, I feel like you was there though. But then we just flew down for a few hours.
To Miami.
Yeah. Was it Miami or was it
New York?
Atlanta? It was wherever the Summer Jam was, and JD was performing. And
it was Atlanta.
That's what I was saying.
It had to be. If JD was performing, it was Atlanta, because I remember we flew to Atlanta a few times and performed their Summer Jam out there.
Yeah, and then on the way back, the craziest shit, like we did the whole thing, the club, the dinner, all that shit. And then fucking the driver, it was a female driver. She got so excited. We was on the tarmac, about to go back up. She got so excited, then wanted to get a picture at the time, probably an autograph with Jay. She jumps out the car. We on the tarmac. The jumps out the SUV, runs to Jay. Okay, I get a picture. The SUV starts rolling towards the plane. And then she
jumps back in the car.
Yeah, tries to jump. Like security still in the car and all of that type shit. Instead of pushing the brake, she pushed the gas. That shit took off the nose of the plane.
No, I wasn't there for that one. Hell
I'm standing next to Jay. We had to stay. They had to get a new plane, all that shit. We had to stay. It was only supposed to be a couple hours.
Yo,
we was going back to New York. Took off the whole front of the plane. I could have swore you was there.
Oh, man,
because I remember being out, because then we ended up going back to like the little restaurant and even kicking it some more. And
that's crazy.
That shit was so crazy. But then I remember I probably saw Jay a couple of years later, drumline, and he was like, yeah, he was like, I remember, and now he's like, now you walking in it. He's like, you out here killing it. Now, you know, that was shit, 2000, with fucking,
That
what was that?
2002?
2000? Yeah, 2000. Yeah.
That's how long Jay been on them PJs. Boy. They think it just started now.
Nah,
he been on them joints. They going crazy.
But that one was total.
Yo, so you done had TV deals, tech deals, movie deals. Wait, first, before we get into the tech and the TV, bro, the Love Don't Cost a Thing movie, bro. Yo. You was that guy, my G. Every hood nigga fuck with. That's a classic, my nigga.
I seen that movie once.
Yo, chill.
I seen that movie. Like, had a fucking blast making that shit.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Yeah, but that shit, like, to me, it showed, like, because I did that right after I did Drumline, and I was just trying to show the diverse ability as an actor. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do, you know, the knucklehead Harlem kid, and then I was like, now I'm gonna do some like suburban nerdy shit, and just to show cats, you know, the difference.
Versatility,
and it was fun, because even the thing about it, I got to like, I named it Love Don't Cost a Thing.
No way.
Yeah. Like, I did a draft on my own. I was like, let me touch it before we actually jump in and bring in the squad, and that was everybody from Kenan Thompson, obviously, and, you know, Steve Harvey playing my pops, but I mean, what was that shit called beforehand? It was some other shit, and that was at the time, J-Lo had the song, Love Don't Cost a Thing, and it's actually based off of, the script is based off of a movie, Can't Buy Me Love. You know, the shit from the 80s with Patrick Dempsey. So we did like the newer, updated version, and I was like, Can't Buy Me Love is a Beatles song.
Yeah.
So I was like, why don't we just name this, whatever song is popping, same shit, Love Don't Cost a Thing. And then, so even from there, I just had to put my spin on it, and then, you know, shit, like you said, turned into a hood classic.
Hell yeah, that's a major classic, bro. Trust me. I still watch come on TV to this day. I'm stopping.
It used to come on TV like every weekend.
That's a fact. That's what I'm telling you. That's niggas is like this. Let's watch this all day.
Yeah.
Then, yo, you know it was a rumor back in the day because you was on Nickelodeon so hard. You know the hood thought you owned Nickelodeon.
Well, that's the thing too. Like, I didn't own it. Like, this is a publicly traded company. But when I started there hella young, and then I was like, man, one day I'm gonna run this company. And by the time I was 28, I think from 2008 to 2018, I was the chairman of Team Nick. So I had the right there in Times Square, 1515 Broadway. Had the crazy office, was running all of the content for, you know, from 12 to 18. And just, you know, shouts out to everybody up at Viacom that gave me that opportunity to really be an executive. And that's like following the footsteps of Jay. I saw what he was doing over there at Def Jam, and I was like, I could, if Jay can do that, then I can get over here. And like, I was developing mad stuff, created a couple award shows and TV shows, and was really over there. And that was the campaign. I'm sure the young people remember it. The campaign was like, I was the chairman of Nickelodeon. So I had like Taylor Swift calling in the office, congratulating me. Like, it was and my office was crazy because we used to shoot in my office. So it was hella big because it had the side with all of the cameras and shit. So I literally had the biggest office up at Paramount Viacom because we was just over there getting it like that for a decade.
That's how you do it.
And that's like literally going from a teenager to being an executive over there was like a dream come true.
That's what's up. And I swear, everybody thought you owned it just because it was Nickelodeon. Nick Kenny, like, that's his network.
Nah, the crazy shit. A Nickelodeon is back in the day, the way the cartoons were created, like used to go to like a carnival or some shit like that to watch them shits. And you had to put a nickel in a machine and spin that shit. And that's what that machine was called, a Nickelodeon.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. Learned some shit today, boy, for sure. So what was your vision behind building Incredible?
Man, really I've been fucking around. Like, to me, my dream was always to be a producer. To be, and even like an executive producer on some, like, I was watching niggas move from Bad Boy, So Def, you know, Rockefeller. I'm watching, you can have your own company. And I never really want, like, as much as that was the thing too, like, I wasn't trying to be no rapper. I just wanted to be the producer. And be the cat behind all my guys in the hood. And so even in high school, I was like, look, I'm gonna fall back. I'll make these beats, all that type shit. And I created my first, before it was incredible, it was called Can I Ball? And I just had all my guys with me. And then once I really incorporated television and film with it as well, I was like, all right, well, I can't have a film company called Can I Ball? So I was like, I'm gonna call that shit Incredible. And so once we put that together, and that was the thing, it was like, it's a multimedia company. I wanna do shit that niggas don't think you can do.
That's right.
And that really early on, we created Incredible and shit. It's been rocking ever since. But just like I said, just learning from y'all, you know what I mean?
Bro,
Like,
you've been doing shit niggas think you can't do since the beginning when you first started, bro. Bro, you know, host New Year's Eve dropping.
All the
award shows, red carpets all over the world.
I don't even like hosting, but they done offered me everything to host.
You did the Masked Singer, my G. Like, come on.
We're in season 14 right now.
Yo, chill. I gotta hang with him, man. I need to be in season 1.5 one time. You heard? The Masked Singer is fire, bro.
Appreciate it.
Did you was you help build that structure?
Yeah,
you was there when it launched.
Yeah, the way that worked, I left America's Got Talent, and everybody was like, "That's a dream job. You make, you're making shit over the course of, it's 20 million, you know what I mean? Just all hosting TV type shit."
That's insane. There's no rap party you're gonna ever host when you get 20 million. So don't rap, kids.
So when I left that, everybody thought it's over. Like, you never gonna get another opportunity like that. And I left on my own. So like Howard Stern, the head of Universal, everybody's calling me like, yo, what are you doing? Like, there's not another job like this out there. There's only 2 cats out there who's rocking like that. It was me and Ryan Seacrest.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So I was like, nah, I'm more than this. I'm more than just a TV host. I'm more than just this job. Is like America's Got Talent. As much as dope as it was, I wanted to show that this job didn't define me.
That's right.
So, and that was NBC. So I went and did the deal with their competitor. I went over to Fox. I went across the street, and then they was trying to get me to host all of this shit. They was like, all right, well, you did America's Got Talent. Here's this concept. Here's the world's Got Talent or Kids Got Talent. I was like, I'm not hosting shit that feels like anything I've already done.
That's right.
And then, so they sending mad concepts from all over the world to me.
Wow.
And they sent me this tape of this fucking shit in Korea. And it was all of these costumes and I didn't understand what the hell was going on. Motherfuckers looked like they was having a blast, like it was a good time. And they singing songs and the costume. I was like, that shit could work. I was like, I could see that working in America. So I took the Korean concept, put our spin on it, executive producer for out the gate. And now it's more successful than America's Got Talent. We get into the bag way heavier than when we were over there. And I literally jumped from one franchise and created another one that's more successful than the job that everybody said I would never get again.
That's right. And that's how you do it, man. When they close the door, you kick it down, man.
Exactly.
Straight up, bro. So I remember
you picked a lot.
That's right. I remember when things went a little left with Viacom, when you was like, man, I'm done for a minute, man. I was that behind the scenes.
And that was the thing, too. Like, to me, a little of that shit was, like, heartbreaking almost because I had been there since a teenager. And I always thought they had my back. And it's like, that's the thing. When we talk about these big companies, the individuals in the companies be good people. But when you dealing with a corporate infrastructure and board members and, the stock market and shit like that.
Relationships don't matter at that point.
Even if they was calling like, man, we want to fix this. But it's got so blown out of proportion, you know what I mean? And it was literally on one of my platforms, one of my podcasts, for me sitting down with Griff, just popping and talking about real life shit.
That's right.
Talking about us, talking that's why I always say, like, I was just standing on business for the culture about, like, who we are as Black people.
That's right.
And then I think, you know, our truth can hurt and offend sometimes. And people don't understand that when you speak in your truth, your truth can be a weapon to somebody else.
And a lot of people try to weaponize it. So
and that's the thing. And that's why I still got all this shit tatted on my neck because, like, after all of that happened, because I was like, look, all I want to speak is truth. And even Minister Farrakhan, because I had to go sit down with him. We went to Illinois, and he was like, yo, it's the craziest thing is, like, even before it all went down, like, cause it was footage from a while ago that had been out there, and I went and sat with the minister, and when he was like, now that you here, you know they gonna come after you, right? And I'm like, what you mean? I'm thinking it was the OG talking, this wisdom, and I'm thinking he talking bigger picture. It was, and not a week later, that shit popped off. That footage was, somebody cut the footage together to make it look like I was on some anti-Semitic stuff. Yeah. And then obviously I'm sitting with Griff. And that's the thing, I'm trying to give him the opportunity, like you and me sitting here to talk about, you know, his redemption story, how he feel like, you know, his career and his life was snatched away from him for him standing on business 30 years ago.
That's right.
And then in the same setting, because of the conversation, the exact same thing happens to me. And it's like, whoa, this game is way heavier than I thought it was. Because I'm thinking I'm at a level to where I can have a conversation and where somebody, the shit was really about reconciliation and growth and all of that stuff.
It wasn't even bashing nobody. Right?
And the same process, just based off of fear and based off of, you know, propaganda and even tropes and things. Like, it's just certain things you don't know. You stepping on landmines, you don't even know it's landmines.
That's a fact. And then the internet take things and blow it out of proportion.
Oh, absolutely.
And drive it to a place you didn't even, you like, dog, I wasn't even trying to go over there. Yeah. Like, we was right here. Where you go with this?
It's a fact.
So I definitely feel you on that.
But that's what I'm saying. But what that showed me, even as a businessman, I sat back because
that was my next question.
I did have wilding out in my back pocket. I did have such a real squad.
Yes.
That's where I saw the loyalty. That's where I saw everybody stand firm for me. You know, and that's the thing. It never got to the point where they was like, because I mean, we was doing business. They couldn't remove me from wilding out if they wanted to.
That's right.
But they was doing it to where it's like, we're not even gonna do wilding out no more. You know what I mean? We not, and we could kill it from that setting. And, you know, the squad was like, no matter what y'all come with, we rocking with Nick.
That's right.
And
that's how it's supposed to be.
And the deal got better when we came back for everybody.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And then even, you know, we was eating good even through the pandemic because of the deal that I had set up after all of that controversy stuff.
Man, that's what's up. That's a blessing, man, to even stay afloat during all of that and keep it going, because a lot of us,
we did, like, if you look at some of them seasons, like, we really did a season in a vibe kind of like this. We called it Wildin' Out After Dark, where, because we had to have the mask on, we couldn't have a real audience, the guests had to come in virtual, and it created a whole nother movement. We did that for like 2-3 seasons.
That's crazy. COVID changed the whole landscape
but
of the
that
world,
was literally on the hill. That was all 2020. That was on the heels of them trying to cancel me.
That's right, man. So with that being said, and after all that, I know Black ownership in media and everything now means even more to you now.
100%.
Like,
I mean, because that was my saving grace in that process. And you know what I mean? And the real ones who knew who I was and the solid individuals stood next to me. But understanding, like, yo, you gotta build your own.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because if you know, that's even the shit we see it with, you know, OG Unc Shannon, like, you know,
my God.
He got something to fall back on because he built his own.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that, because we all want to be in business with these companies like Disney and Paramount, and there's guidelines that you gotta abide by when you're in them corporate infrastructure.
You cannot.
You can't go to work acting an ass. Saying doing whatever you want to do. You see me just fire my man, the CEO. He was at the Coldplay concert.
Hugged up. Hugged up too. Thought he was low. He thought he was chilling. But what's so crazy about that situation is he caused more attention to himself than they ever would have been.
Yeah,
what girl sitting around watching Jumbotron footage?
Right.
Like, let me see if my man on this Jumbotron footage at the Beyonce show.
Yeah, all you had to do was just chill.
Yeah, because the way they reacted, it blew up.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But my man Shay Shay, he definitely got something to fall back on. I'm definitely
he built his own.
Yes, but he wilded out. He wilded out, bro. He did some project shit.
I don't know if this was Unk activities or what. But
no, that ain't Unk. I'm on my way to Unk level. We passed that.
Yeah, that's Pawpaw activity.
Yeah, that's Pawpaw.
That's how I know how to work this shit. Is it off? Make sure it's off, boy. Stop fucking.
Straight up, that's Pawpaw activity. That's definitely not Unk activity, bro. Unk activity, we chilling.
Yeah.
We got bad knees, we chilling, baby. We vibing,
that's
man.
That's Pawpaw shit right there.
So what's next?
Shouts out to Shannon,
definitely, man. That's the bro, man. What's next for the Nick Cannon movement?
Yeah.
Incredible, wilding out. I know I got to get on the season, go up there.
Yeah, next season.
You know what I'm saying?
We got 20 episodes about to drop end of the summer. And then we back making fresh joints. So that's why I said we need you on that joint heavy. And that's the thing, like, it's so crazy that we had so many in the vault because, I mean, not to get too inside with like the all the dealings that's going on, but even like all that shit with like Colbert getting canceled and associated with Trump. Like, that's all. Viacom, or now it's called Paramount, is the parent company to everybody from BET to MTV, VH1, CBS. They own all of that shit, and they just sold it to a company called Skydance. And
that's from overseas.
Yeah, and then the president, Trump, had, for when such a big, business transaction goes over, he got to make sure, he got to sign off on it because there's too many billions going. Yeah. And so they have been waiting, and that's why we see all the people talking that shit. So obviously, my little old company, my brand is in the midst of that. So we kind of been sitting back chilling, but we had so many episodes and the tours and shit. Yeah. Niggas has still been able to eat. But everybody, from, like I said, the heads of BET, MTV, everybody just been sitting waiting for this deal to go through so niggas can get back to work. So we back at it now. The shit went through, so now we about to start doing new episodes.
See, I thank you for what you're doing, your contribution with Wildin' Out and everything you gave to the game, but especially Wildin' Out on a platform like MTV, BET, and on the Paramount Network, because there is no music shows anymore, bro.
But that was the only spot for us to perform. From Ye to Lil Wayne, everybody came through because it was like us and 106 in Park at the time when it was going.
And you outlasted them all. Like, think, BET Jams is about to be gone. It's about to be gone.
To your point, that's all into that
deal.
Paramount deal and all of that. So, and that's the thing. I mean, not even just act like it's that. Let's keep it a stack. The platform is changing. Yes. This is where we at.
Yes.
So don't nobody, these kids don't watch TV no more.
It's nothing to watch.
And so they're not making money no more.
It's nothing to watch. They watching
all your
Wildin' Out.
favorite channels is gone.
They're watching Wildin' Out.
Yeah.
You give them something to watch, they will watch it. Because I'm telling you, my daughter in the crib watching Bluey every day. Like, what the hell?
They getting money
That's
over
what I'm
there.
telling
Bluey,
you. So,
Miss Rachel.
Yo, you feel me? It's like, what the hell? You give them something to watch, they gonna watch it, man. It's just...
And it's just a shift. It's just a paradigm shift.
Yes, man.
Like,
and any new blood, new executives, new eyes, new brain, new thinkers, man. Because it's just been the same shows recycled with new actors, actress all day.
And that's like one of the things, that's the reason why Wildin' Out is so successful. I mean, it was like, we had Kai Cenat on there 3 years ago. You know what I mean? We had, when King Batch was popping off with the Vines, I was like, we got to cast him. DC Young Fly, I was like,
so, man, look at DC. Shout out DC Young Fly. He done came a long way. Now he doing tours,
He went from, we found him making videos with his phone to host the TRL.
Yeah, nah, man, that's fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's a guy definitely seen his growth
solid
and see where he going with it, man.
Super solid.
I appreciate guys like that because even in the comedian space is even dying. There's not too many good comedians.
Real shit. So, and now that's what I was saying, like when you can have a show like Wild 'N Out to be that pipeline or that conduit and that bridge to one generation to the other. So even as we watch the television industry deteriorate, we're seeing the digital industry build up. Even me, like, I got 6, 7 podcasts. I have a podcast network. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like, just in that sense, because that's where the game is going. Like, and you gotta be able to just adapt, evolve, bob and weave and all that shit. Because if you just sit around, if I would have got comfortable, I could have got comfortable on America's Got Talent. I could have got comfortable on Masked Singer. I could have got comfortable. Like, I can't get comfortable.
Yeah, nah, that's keep going. That's the grind that I love about how we came up. There's no ceiling, hustle, man. There's no limit. It's like they didn't say, yo, get this much money and stop. They said, like I said, get all the money until they close the banks on us. That's the goal. Until they tell us, listen, there's no more money in the bank to give you.
We stop renting it.
Yes, that's when you stop. You know what I mean? So with all that being said, you know, the kids, the legacy, everything, how you feel about what you leaving in the world, the mark you leaving, what you want your kids to know about Nick, the grind, the hustler, the man, the businessman, the entrepreneur that you are.
Like, I think that it's gonna speak for itself, but you tapped right into it. It's when creating a legacy, I say it's lineage and legacy. Your children, your family, that's your lineage. You know what I mean? And your legacy is what y'all build together. You know what I mean? Some real shit. Like your legacy, like if it's the bodega on the corner and that's your family shit, that's your legacy.
Right.
You know what I mean? If it's the music y'all create, if it's the entertainment that you build up. So even as my family, the vision that I have for my children, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh yeah, y'all got it. It's going, you know what I mean? Even sitting here talking about your young daughter and the content and all of that.
Man.
Like that's our legacy in that sense of not them as the legacy, but what they're going to do.
That's right.
And that's how, like, to me as a father, man, I was like, oh, I'm about to set up a whole bunch of little soldiers to go run and get it. It's a bunch of young Knicks that's about to get in here and get busy.
That's right, man. So, yo, one thing I did ask too, you're still working on the Nipsey Hussle documentary?
Yeah, so that's such a passion project. And I done invested so much money and time into this, and it shows you that this game, it's spiritual warfare. I'm gonna go a step deeper because there's so many companies that we said, because we put the trailer out, we was ready to go, we got all the footage, but it takes, and it's really a lot of it is the post process of like clearance, people signing off, family members. Once it gets into that attorney world, not to say that it can't happen.
It's just a long battle.
It's just a long process, especially when you start dealing with stuff like Big Pharma. You know what I mean?
God bless. Rest in peace, Nipsey.
Yeah, like you start, it's like when you're dealing with corporations at such a high level and you start talking about like holistic medicine and healing, one, you don't want to lie to nobody.
True, that's right.
You want to only offer up the truth.
That's a fact.
And so you want to make sure your fact check game is crazy. And then when you start talking about people that can cure or heal, conditions like AIDS and HIV and syphilis and, sickle cell and like that's what this country, that's what this world is built off of. It's keeping them coming back on that medicine run.
That's a fact.
So not only are there going to be people trying to prevent you from putting certain information out there, there's also going to be people that's going to be like, man, that's bullshit, conspiracy stuff. And you want to be able to, the only way to appease all of that is with the truth.
That's right.
And the accurate stuff, like, this is what actually happened. And that's even what Nip was on. He was like, regardless if it, this is a man who went up against the New York, whole government, like was on trial in New York.
Yes.
The New York Supreme Court at that level and won.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So just that story alone, and then all of the stuff from how Nip and I's story got connected because he was talking to me about Dr. Sebi because of my own health situation with the lupus. So we was touching on that. And then at the same time, I'll be having to do updates stuff because we started that documentary before the pandemic. So we had to do all of that research and everything with COVID and switch this out and all. And then by the time we still got it, I mean, and I believe it's gonna come out, but it's like, now it's like, which story do we tell? Even the story of this documentary, like we done went to Honduras, we done went to Africa, we went everywhere, and making sure we paying respect to all of the families as well. Because like, and Dr. Savior, people say I must have got it from here. That nigga think I got a lot of kids. that nigga had like 30.
No
and like
way.
Maybe more than that. We was talking and interviewing everybody, and all of them had such amazing things to say about their father. You know what I mean? And so even in that process and making sure that business is right and who's doing it, and even it, with Nip's legacy, never wanted to play with that. You know what I mean? Just wanting to pay respects to my homeboy and finish something that he wanted to do. Yes. He had never actually started the documentary because he was even in a place, he was like, hey, man, I'm on this rap shit. I don't really know, at the time, he was like, I don't know how this film and television shit work. I was like, I got you. Let's, and then from that, because I got a production company, because I know how to do this shit, I was like, I'm gonna just take it and run with it. But definitely one of the most challenging and difficult projects I've ever, taken on. And it's coming. I ain't gonna stop until I can put it out.
And that natural remedy stuff, that shit is 100% fact.
Yeah. And that, what it was crazy though, because we talking, it's 100% fast because the earth is the earth.
Yes.
And
before medicine was created.
And the way all Dr. Sebi was talking about is like, it's designed, like the food is our medicine. It's color coded. It's right there for you, especially for us, because our diet, our balance is different than, the Anglo-Saxon or the Americanized diet. And then it lets you know that they say 95% of the stuff in the grocery stores today never existed 100 years ago.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So the stuff that we put in our body ain't even food.
Nope.
It's all plastic. And then we wondering where the cancers come from. We wondering where all these conditions come from. We wondering where our child's diagnosis with autism are coming from, because it's like, it's the stuff that, not even stuff we feeding to the kids, the stuff we putting in our body, and then the kids just naturally get it. You know what I mean? So
it's 100%.
And so when you start talking about that, you start talking to certain doctors, man, there was so many doctors that was like, yo, I'll give you the information, but I can't do the interview.
Nope. Because they'll lose their license. 100%.
Lose their license or their life. Like, it's like at that level.
Like, yo, bro, like the two most important things to me is the food you eat and the doctor you have. That's the two most important things you have in your life. Money means nothing.
Yeah.
It's the
health
food
is wealth.
That's right. It's the food and your doctor. And number one, doctors always say, like, when you was younger going to the doctor, you tell them, yo, I suffer from high blood pressure.
Yeah.
Like I said, it runs in my family. So, first thing they used to be like was give you these pills.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I met this nurse. Yeah. And she was like, yo, nah, man, just eat grapefruit every day.
Wow.
Don't need no pills, dog. I don't have no high blood pressure.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? And
same shit. I had a similar shit. They told me I was going to be on blood pressure medicine for the rest of my life because of the lupus shit. I was like, I ain't fucking with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm taking the same medicine my 99-year-old great-grandmother got to take. And then, same thing. Got with some wise people that was just like, yo, if you eat this, remove this from your diet.
That's right.
I ain't had to take that pill in almost 10 years.
That's right, God bless.
And they was like, they scare you, like, you take it, if I take you off of it, you gonna start to have seizures and all this type of stuff. And I was like, nah, I cut all that shit. And like, realistically, when I first got diagnosed with lupus in 2012, I was taking 30-something pills a day.
No way.
Just this one happened, this one, and this one, and this one for the kidney.
Is,
yeah. And today I don't take shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a blessing, bro.
That's really from the practices and learning, you know what I mean? Like, and not to knock the medical because if it helps you stay alive, take that shit.
That's right. Do what you gotta do.
It's been an up and down journey for me because I'm like, I ain't gonna take that shit. I'm like, I need that shit. You know what I mean? Or like I gotta go into the, I just got over pneumonia and when some shit hit me, it get different because of the lupus shit. So I went down and so I gotta go get infusions and all that shit. So I'm not saying don't. But it's just I'm gonna do both. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do the holistic shit. I'm gonna take everything. If it's gonna help me stay alive, I'm gonna try that shit out.
That's a fact.
And so even through that process, luckily I can be in a state right now where I don't have to take pills every day because it was 3-4 times a day. I got to take this pill, make sure I'm doing this. So I know what that life is like.
That's
and
a fact,
if all I got to do is shift my diet and remove certain things or put more of this in there and I don't have to take this medicine, I'm locked in.
Straight. And that's what it is. That's what it's all about. Our diet, man. Straight up, man. So out of everything in the game that you did, what you feel is your biggest contribution to the game?
So far, definitely. And even how you measure it, but for the culture, definitely wilding out. You know what I mean? Because of what it birthed. Because it's an ecosystem. You know what I mean? I watched so many people become millionaires that started off with like, yo, I just want to get on. Just let me, you know what I mean? It's almost like, I consider wilding out like a comedy club. You know what I mean? Like everybody got like the hood comedy spot where the first time you saw Martin on stage or the first time you saw, Chris Rock on stage. Like that's what, like it's just a wilding out comedy club and all of the cats, if you can make it on this stage, you can make it anywhere in the game. I think Cat Williams said he saw wilding out as like the community pool with the diving board. It's like niggas just be sitting back. Like he told his whole thing, he's like, you gonna step up on that diving board in front of all of these real swimmers, nigga.
That's right.
You gonna do some shit. Your ass fall, we gonna make fun of your ass.
That's right. If you can't stand the heat, you better stay away from wilding out.
He said there's some niggas that get up on that diving board and start doing all type of flips and spins. It's like, he out of here.
That's right.
He out of here. And that's exactly what it is.
When you see media, like black media shifting, going next. Like,
I mean, we in it. I mean, what you doing right now?
Yeah, man.
You know, like, it's crazy. Like, niggas don't, it's levels to it, but niggas don't really understand what the bagability is right here.
I don't. I'm just getting in there. And they had to pull my finger, twist my arm.
Nigga, so it's the level when you get it right, when you go talk to the cast that, like, this cat's making hundreds of millions of dollars and it's coming directly to them. And even to the point, like, I mean, not like I'm trying to be on like this level or tell any secrets of the game because it's obvious, but the kids is where it's at.
Yes.
The family content is where it's like, we can sit up here and talk shit all that. Everything we say here is being regulated and monitored.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a free form to talk your shit.
Yes.
We love it. But if you want to make some money, you make that content that everybody can, because at the end of the day, these platforms, as much as we think it's about the content, it's an advertising business. And the advertisers have shifted from television and they spend all of their money where the eyeballs are and where they can actually have the ability to really understand the analytics of the money that they're spending. It's a safe bet. And the safest bet, the safest content is family content. So that, to me, just figuring out, like, you can create and make your own BET with your own family. And it's really people at that level that's provide for their family, just making videos with their kids, making millions.
Trust me, I'm telling you, my daughter, she's seeing it, she's mimicking all day.
Because that's the people who are spending most time, them kids with them iPads, they phones.
She watching all them little kids.
We're consuming more content now than ever before in history.
I can believe it.
Yeah.
Because we don't put the phone down. Everything is through the phone.
Yeah.
Everything. Even the news comes through the phone.
Through the phone.
I learned what happens in the world on Twitter before they actually talking about it on television.
All the way.
It's insane how it goes that way, man.
Nah, so that's what, if I had to see it, like, we're empowering the next generation and content. Like, that's the thing. Even I feel like fame is gonna go away. It's crazy, like, I think what it's gonna go away because everybody gonna be famous. Andy Warhol said that shit back in the day. Said in the future everybody gonna be famous for 15 minutes, and it's gonna be more about. And we already witnessing it. It's almost like what people would do, and it really is the core of clout chasing. Yeah. It's attention.
Yo,
you know what I say? Attention is the new crack.
Yo.
Like everybody just want that one hit, and then some of them get it and don't know what to do with it, get addicted, and it literally will sell your family, will sell everything just for that attention. Yeah. You know, and that's it's like, insane. So that's the bad side of where it's going, but the good side is if you know how to control it and you know that balance, literally people are sitting around watching people stream 24 hours a day. Yep. And they making bread just I'm mad I didn't pay attention when my son was younger. Because my son used to watch YouTube of people playing the game. And that's to be like, yo, why don't you just go play the game? Like, how you want to watch him playing the game that you just told me buy you? Yeah, I just spent all this money. Yeah. But I didn't understand this is it's the communal experience of that of like, oh, I'm learning from him. I feel like he's my friend because he playing in his room, I'm in my room watching him. And now they be talking and watching this person and playing. And it's like, it's a whole different level, you know, like, you know, my oldest is 14 and he on it. You know what I mean? Listen, 14? Yeah. I say to you, I'm going to keep it all the way real. Yeah. You got about a good 3 more years for he going to be like, Pops, I'm outside, Pops. I'm not hanging with you today. He already like his dog, because they twins. Monroe, she with me. She want to lock in wherever. Yo. My son like, I ain't want that. Yo, my son, he 22 now. Yeah. He ain't checking for Pops, because Pops got the check. That's the straight up on the phone. He need some drip, Pops. Once he got the drip, he used to ask. Now he's like, yo, I ran this, just letting you know. Yeah. Because I don't want him to cut the card off and think it's fraud. Like, he know the whole game. Yo, that's crazy. He was like, I know if I don't tell you. You gonna cut me off. That's right. You gonna be like, who spent $1,200 on something? What? That wasn't me. Exactly. Yo, that's a fact. These kids is crazy. I was like, I didn't even give you my card number. How you get in there? You know one thing I never asked you, bro? What part, where you from? What part of the city you from? You know, it's crazy. Everybody always asks me that. I was born in San Diego, California. Yo, so how the hell you ended up in New York? Being young, hustling. I love it. I'm always outside. Yo, I love it. Nigga said, Mom, I'm catching the flight. Literally I was in New York 15, 16 years old. Yes, because we was moving around. I was 15. Yeah. We was moving around together. That's why I always thought you was from New York. Nah. And then I said to my wife, she was like, I don't think he's from New York. But like when I was out there, Harlem, you know, Queens, you know, I was moving around real heavy at the time. God rest his soul with Chris Lighty. Oh, yes. So that's who was really even like showed me, like that's who introduced me to everybody because I was a kid and he had Violator. Yeah. You know, and that, you know, I'm 16 years old with the black Avrex. That's right. That's you know right. What I mean? Like, and I'm just I'm in the tunnel. Yo. You know what I mean? Like Chris Lighty is the first person to take me to the tunnel with Flex and like, who the fuck is this kid in here? And I'm seeing how y'all move. I'm like, yo. Shit was different. You know what I mean? It was different, it's bro. 96, 97 type it was shit. Different. Yeah, and that's when I felt like I had got accepted before I even got down with them. I was just a young kid trying to entertain. Yeah. And it's funny because I see these young kids doing the same thing that I was doing. Mm-hmm. Like their pops are bringing them up to, yo, he can spit, he can rhyme, yo. And I'm like, I was that same little kid that just was like, yo, and people looked out for me. That's right. People respected because it could have went way left. Because I was literally a kid outside by myself, catching flights, moving around on the train. That's so crazy. Yeah, and like God covered me, man, because like I see some ill shit, but like I was always able to move, and people like, nah, that's a good kid. He gonna do his thing. Once you got that path set for you, man, it's only you can deter yourself from it. Yeah. Like, and me watching you, I always felt like you were the younger Will Smith. That's it, and that's what it was. And like, even at some point in time, like, Will gave me my first official record deal and my first official television deal. No way. And put me in my first movie, Men in Black 2.
Word.
And made the call. Bro, I'll tell you, because everybody was auditioning for Drumline when it was down to me and one other cat. He made the call to the head of Fox because he had just did Independence Day. And it was like, yo, this is the kid. So shouts out to Big Will. He looked out for me on so many levels. I wrote a script when I was like 17 for my own TV show. He bought it, signed me up. All that shit. Yeah. And that's actually how I met Tone from the Trackmasters.
Just through Will.
Yeah, being in the session.
He's still spinning.
He's going crazy right now. Big bro.
Yeah, he going crazy
right
He's
now.
freestyling on Cosmic Cab. He outside with
I'm
it.
an action.
Yeah. He ain't playing, yo. He got videos.
He do what the fuck you want to do.
That's what you do. That's what music is about.
Like,
to me, man. It's about having fun and expressing what you
artist,
feel.
And he's reached such a level
that you do whatever you want to do, man.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking. Willie do your thing, cuz he got the bag to do whatever.
I want to ask you this question. Being the fact that you've always maintained being who you are, staying true, being solid, being connected to the streets, but have witnessed shit that is unfathomable levels of success and money. How does one stay so connected? Because that's what, like, even when I love Will, but he not connected the way he once was to us. You know what I mean? Like, because it's just because you get to you create your own world. Like, J and B have created their own world. Yeah. Like Mariah, that's her own world. Like that's the closest I ever got to somebody who has their own world. Like not like, yo, you got your own money, yo, you get to like. You can make, if you want it to rain, it can rain.
That's a fact.
If you want it to be cold outside,
cold.
If you want to see a movie that ain't out yet, you can make a call and they can bring that shit.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like, where it's that level of like, it ain't even about the amount of money. It's you just got your own world. You could be on a villa and not talk to nobody for months.
And then bounce back.
But everybody else got to operate in the same world that is the everyday grind and struggle. Yes. How does one maintain to be like, yo, I can still pull up on the block if I want to, but then at the same time, I see what's going on in the executive suites. And cause like cats like you are the conduit of like keeping people of like, yo, you know they saying this.
Yeah.
You know this is happening. You might want to adjust like this because you can live in both spaces.
Worlds. I feel like it's the number one rule where they say never forget where you come from.
Right.
I'm always still gonna be attached to my roots, like no matter what. Like what we call it, the hood newspaper. I could be in Malibu, I'm still subscribed to the hood newspaper.
Facts.
For some reason, it's gonna come through my phone and I'm like, yo, such and such happened to this kid did this girl. So I feel like it's the company I kept and the family that I built with my brothers that keep me grounded. And I believe that's why guys like me, Emery, Tata, OG1, we are those guys for Jay. Because, you everybody in their life get to a point where you up here. And you
can't even hear. You on a different frequency. You can't even hear what's going on.
But you need that person that can still tell you, hey, cuz, take the cape off. Get back down here to earth. Put the Clark Kent suit on.
Big fact.
And I think that's what kept me grounded. And I didn't really work for this position to me. I felt like I rapped to be known in high school, the girls. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know you can be all over the world like this. So when I seen Jay, remember, that's just my guy from my building. Like, yo, dog, I rap. I want to rap with you. And he like, let me hear some. And then he like, all right, cool, you with me now. So it was just that easy. So I never wanted to feel like I gotta turn my back or put my shoulder. Like, even when people see me, be like, yo, let me get a picture. I take a picture for everybody. Because it's like, the ones, I understand the guys who be like, nah, no time, because they had a hard time. They got their demo tapes tossed out. They had to wait in the rain to audition.
And it ain't even like they tried to issue. It's like they just on a different frequency.
And it's I'm going this way. I'm just so appreciative that I felt like I ain't supposed to be here.
Yeah.
You even know who I am? Yeah, take this picture.
Yeah.
Like, I don't run from paparazzi. They run from me. Because remember, paparazzi want to take the pictures of the people who run it.
Yeah, yeah.
Me, I'm like, hey, cuz.
I'm chilling.
Flick it up. They overall flick me now. They like,
they get
he
that
like
one
us.
and me.
Yeah, like, he liked us.
Yeah. Real
So
shit.
that's what I think keeps me here.
Yeah.
And then the honesty. Just like you said, being honest, telling the truth, speaking your truth.
Yeah.
People can see and can tell when you fraud, bro.
But like, y'all talk about legacy. I mean, like, you're an icon for the culture. It's
My
real
brother.
shit.
My brother.
You know what I mean? Like, when you think about the first time, when niggas heard you and Jay spitting back and forth, like, it was a movie.
Yes.
Like, we never saw the music video, but we could hear, like, y'all was making a movie. Y'all made Marcy feel like, oh, shit, it was good, fellas.
Bro, they have tours that go through Marcy.
Yeah.
You know, they like that come to our building.
Yeah.
Like, they leave the city, 42nd Street,
That's
come to Marcy.
iconic shit.
They have the white girls in front of the Marcy side like this. I be bugging like, yo, it's a tour to see the projects? That's when you know
That's
times has
Beatles
changed.
level shit.
Yeah, no, it's different. And
You know what I mean? That's
how I
Motown
feel
level shit.
about you. That's
Yeah.
what you are, man. When I told my dogs, like even after the Breakfast Club interview, and I'm telling niggas, they like, yo, you really know nigga? I'm like, yeah. They like, nigga, that's fucking Will Smith to us. Why you ain't never getting no movies in nigga? Like, cause I don't know how to act, dog. You seen me in State Property, they killed me quick.
Hilarious. That's
Like,
classic too,
Yo,
though.
word up, man.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, I ain't even read that script, bro.
Oh,
I swear, I did that on fly. Like, I told them, yo, whoever the killer is, that's me. And they're like, all right, cool. So then when it was time for me to die, I'm like, who wrote that part? Like, we got to change the script. So the dude was like, you never read the script, Bleek? I'm like, no. Y'all just give me my lines every day and I go.
Right.
Word. So,
It's like I died?
yo, straight up, yo, I was pissed. Like, no way. Then I see Nori when they was doing part 2. He like, yo, you in the movie? Nori.
You saw the shit.
You saw part 1, they killed me. Unless I come back as a zombie, I'm not in part 2 with
They
you,
turned
fam.
into some science fiction shit. Like,
Word, my
that's
G.
great.
But nah, man,
Classic.
I appreciate you, everything, man, like I said, for stopping by. We hit our goddamn time this time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We just gave y'all another 30.
Word up, nigga. Yeah, we in there, cuz. My G, I ain't gonna hold you. I know you going to Boca.
Yeah,
Boat
yeah.
time.
Yeah, go get this money.
That's right. You already know, man. Love, my brother.
Big whipping. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. And as always, do it big, do it right, do it with D'USSÉ Cognac. Stay solid. Yeah, Memphis, I'm back at it. Niggas notice the difference. More chrome, Prezi, no stones.